I was talking to a friend of mine the other day about what I want to do with websites. And he said to me, I'm not sure why you work in the digital space because your strengths lie in such other places. And I said, well, what do you mean? I've been working in digital for years. He said, but you're such a good listener. And I said, yes, but so are websites. He looked puzzled, so I explained it to him. And one of the things that I absolutely love about websites and have done since day dot is that they can listen. My very first website was actually an intranet at New Zealand Post, back across the ditch. And I was the site editor, the administrator, and I absolutely loved the fact that I could see what people were doing. Okay, it was an intranet, but I could go and ask them, stand behind them if I wanted to. But I could also look at the site statistics, and this is something I'd never been able to do before, and I just thought it was marvellous. I'd spent 5 or 6 years working in print comms and radio. In radio, you get a little bit of feedback from people, they ring you up. But on the web, I could sit there, look at the stats, see where people were going, what they did, what worked, what didn't work. And I said to him, mate, what better listener is there than a website? And he said, yeah, okay, so what else do you like about websites? And I said, well, they're like dogs. And he looked really, really puzzled. I said, no, bear with me. If you pay attention to a dog, train it, feed it regularly, take it for walks, and give it love, get a good dog. Take it out there, people like it, they'll interact with it, play fetch with it if you let them, and they will feel better about you as part of the experience. But if you have a dog that has been neglected or badly treated, people won't like it. And therefore, they won't like you that much because they'll think you're the person who neglected the dog. Very similar with websites. So I've worked on websites where we really, really put in the TLC and we have spent time on every page and how they interact and the navigation and what that says to Google and Yahoo and Bing and the crowd. And we've gotten websites that people really love. And they go, this is so easy to use and I can interact with it and they are so much more likely to transact with you. I've also come in on websites that have basically been launched 2 or 3 years ago and neglected. Now look, they were great when they were first launched and they were vibrant and beautifully designed and all the good things with websites. But then everyone got busy. They started doing other things and the website team was underfunded and didn't have the time or the energy to do anything. So the website slowly got neglected. And just like a neglected dog, it started behaving badly. It had pages that were out of date, it had functionality that was no longer easy to use, it wasn't keeping up with the expectations. As Jacob Nielsen says, everybody judges your website by every other website they've seen. So if your website falls out of currency, it's not going to be so popular. So this is what I said to my friend. I said, dogs. And he went, fair point. So what else about dogs do you think the websites have in common? I said, everything, mate. I said, you can teach your dog a trick, teach your website a trick. Teach your dog to fetch, teach your website to fetch. Get the right navigation, the right link titles, the right content that people want to share and retweet and read everything. Google will love you. Dogs. The other thing I pointed out to my friend, and it's not such a good thing about websites, but it is definitely true in this day and age, is diet. So my poor mum had a wee dog that had very short legs and a real love of pretty much anything edible and some things not so edible. And the dog got fat. And the dog was not so responsive to my mother. It didn't want to go to walks and just wanted to lie around and sleep. I've seen websites that are exactly the same. Most web teams are paid to publish content. Often, content writers are paid by the word. Not a lot of people are paid to delete content. And most websites tend to just get fatter and fatter and fatter and fatter. And then there's content that you don't even know how to take down. I've worked with web teams that actually did not know how to unpublish a page. So what you say, as long as there's good content up there, who cares? The more content that's up there, the more confused Google will get. You won't know what page to send people to, and the more confused people will get because they're just bombarded by information and none of it is relevant. So just like a fat dog, one of the things you need to do with your website is exercise it. Take pages off, test pages, test all of the interaction between pages, and make sure everything's functioning properly. So at the end of that, I said to my friend, what do you reckon? Websites and docs? And he said, you know what? I think you might have a point.